What's up everyone? On today's video, we're covering the pros and cons of living in Marlboro, New Jersey. We're going to check out a few different things like the location, commutability to New York City, and cost of living, just to name a few. If this is your first time to the channel, my name is Steve McCutcheon, and I'm a realtor at Berkshire Hathaway. On the Live in Central Jersey channel, we cover everything related to the Central Jersey real estate market. So if you want to be the first one to know what's going on in either Monmouth or Ocean County real estate, feel free to click the bell, hit the subscribe button. Let's get this video started. Heading over to the very first pro of living in Marlboro, and that's going to be the location. So as you can see from the photo popping up, Marlboro is located in the more northern part of Monmouth County, kind of northwest, whatever you want to consider it. It borders quite a few different towns like Freehold, Manalapan, Colts Neck, just to name a few. The best part about living in Marlboro is going to be the commutability to New York City. Now Marlboro, kind of like the northern part and the southern part. If you're in the southern part, it's possible probably to commute to Philadelphia. You have to take a couple different roadways. Still would be a little long, but in the more northern part, you're definitely better off living. If you're living there, better off commuting to New York City. The couple different ways you commute into New York City are either going to be driving yourself in, taking the bus, or taking the train. If you're driving yourself, depending on which part of Marlboro you live in, you're probably looking at about an hour 15 to an hour and a half. If you're taking the bus, you're going to add a little bit of time to that because you're going to have to obviously other stops involved in there. And that's going to be roughly an hour 45 to maybe 2 hours, just depending on some traffic. Last but not least, taking the train, you have two different bus stop or train stops that you can get on at. If you're more in the northeastern part of Marlboro, it'd probably be easier to go to the Matawan Aberdeen station. And if you're in other different parts, you could probably just drive all the way up to South Amboy in Middlesex County and take it from there. The South Amboy train ride would be about 50 minutes. Matawan Aberdeen, maybe about like an hour or so, give or take. So door to door for the train, you're probably looking at, say, an hour and a half-ish too. So if you're looking for public transportation, that's probably gonna be a little quicker than the bus will. Another great thing about living in Marlboro is going to be the distance to the airports. So the fastest one, the closest one is going to be Newark Airport. You could probably get there in about 45, 50 minutes, give or take. The other two options you could have if you want to drive a little bit farther or just to have more options are going to be Atlantic City Airport, which is still in New Jersey, and then you have the Philadelphia Airport over in Pennsylvania. The Philadelphia Airport is also a pretty big one as well, kind of similar to Newark. Atlantic City is going to be a little smaller though, so your flight options might be limited, but if you're looking for like a cheaper flight, you're staying in the States, highly recommend checking that place out too. Last but not least, for the location of Marlboro is going to be the proximity to the Jersey Shore. So living in New Jersey, the Jersey Shore is a big tourist area and a big tourist attraction. It's where a large part of the economy for New Jersey comes from. You are about 20 to 30 minutes away from quite a few different beaches, including Long Branch, Belmar, Asbury Park. Belmar and Asbury are definitely a nice younger crowd area and a good solid nightlife over there. Pro number two of living in Marlboro has to be the school system and education. It's what makes it a very highly desirable area for a lot of young families looking to move here. According to niche.com, there are 5 elementary schools, 2 middle schools, all of which are going to be rated either an A or A-. The Marlboro Township Public School District houses roughly 4,500 students and has a 14-to-1 student-teacher ratio. Once you head over to the high school, Marlboro High School is actually going to be part of the Freehold Regional High School District, which is a little bit separate. The cool thing about living in the Freehold Regional High School District is going to be the magnet program. This allows your child in 8th grade to apply to any of the high schools in the district that specialize in a certain program. So it basically gives them an understanding or kind of a taste of what career path they might want to go down. For instance, Marlboro is going to be business administration, Manalapan is police EMS, Colts Neck does an ROTC program, and the list goes on and on for each school. This will give your child, like I said, a little bit of taste of a career that they might be interested in. They apply in 8th grade. If accepted, they will go to that high school that does that program specifically. They can get bused there as well. If they ever drop out of that program, they will be reverted back to whatever high school your child is districted to. Pro number 3 about living in Marlboro is going to be different shopping and dining options available to you. A large portion of these are going to be located over on Route 9, north and south. And just starting us off with the food shopping, you have 5 different locations that you can pick from ShopRite, Whole Foods, Aldi, Costco, and Lavotti's. Lavotti's is awesome actually. It's an Italian, gourmet Italian deli style, different fresh produce, bakery, all that kind of stuff. Highly recommend checking that one out. They have a few different locations throughout Monmouth County. Then you can go over to, if you have to make some home improvements, you got Home Depot and Lowe's. If you need to check out a convenience store to get maybe it's pharmacy or something like that, we got a Walgreens in the area. You can go over to Hobby Lobby, pretty much everything available. On the restaurant side of things, Marlboro does a great job of having like fast food options available for you for a quick bite to eat, or some really good sit-down dine-in restaurants. On the fast food side of things, Route 9 is going to be jam-packed with places like Burger King, Popeyes, McDonald's, just to name a few different those big chain restaurants. And then you can head over to also on Route 9, Aunt Butchie's, which is an Italian style menu. You got Osteria, also Italian style. It's gonna be on the Route 79 portion of Marlboro. Or last but not least, gotta check out Cousins Seafood and Clam Bar. Really great area. All of those are a little bit pricier though, so just be aware of that, but highly recommend checking these out. They're really good food over there. Kicking us off with the very first con, that's going to be the cost of living in Marlboro. So this one should probably come as no surprise. Obviously, Jersey is going to be expensive in general, but let me just give you a few different statistics to kind of just prove my point a little bit. So the median U.S. Home sales price across the entire country is roughly about $400,000. With the beginning of 2024 coming in, we have some stats on Marlboro. Right now it's coming in at $627,000, which is obviously a pretty big increase. You're talking about a little over $200,000. Now, take that with a grain of salt because Marlboro has townhomes in the 350 to 450, 500 range, but it also has multi-million-dollar homes as well. So there are some options for everybody in Marlboro, but the average, if you're looking for a single-family home, is going to be pretty expensive. It's going to be over $600,000. Taxes are also no joke as well. Property taxes in New Jersey are going to be a lot, but Marlboro specifically, having such a good school district doesn't help this portion of it, but the funds have to come from somewhere, so the taxes in Marlboro are also going to be very, very, very high as well. Con number 2 is going to be the traffic congestion in Marlboro, and this is just in general for all of New Jersey pretty much. So we are the most densely populated state in the whole US, which means we have a lot of people in a smaller area. So this is pretty unavoidable, especially during those rush hour times. If you're driving on Route 9 going north, let's just say to New York City, like I explained earlier, you're going to see a decent amount of traffic on there. There's a lot of lights on Route 9 for people trying to get on and off, so you're eventually going to be caught behind these and hit them. There's really nothing you can do about it. If New York was just a straight shot and there was no lights, no traffic, you could get there pretty quickly, but unfortunately it will take you a little bit more time just because of the massive amount of people that are trying to go in the same direction you are. Con number 3 about living in Marlboro is going to be the lack of an entertainment, or I'd just say lack of nightlife options. So once maybe dinner's over at one of those restaurants I just mentioned, you want to go out afterwards, a good spot to go will probably just be the Jersey Shore. In Belmar, for instance, you have Boathouse, Bar A, or DJ's. Those are all really big popular spots. You can head over to Asbury and check out the Beer Garden or Johnny Mac's. If you want to catch a concert, there's 2 different options in the area that are really good. You got Starling Ballroom over in Saraville. It's going to be a much smaller, intimate venue. And then you can head over to PNC Bank Arts Center. That's going to be outdoors. A lot of really good summer concerts over there. I saw Luke Bryant one year. Great. Highly recommend checking him out if you get the chance. You also have a good light show, especially during the wintertime. If you head over to PNC as well, they do an outside Christmas light show, and then you just drive through and check all the Christmas lights. So there's not as much to do necessarily in Marlboro, but a lot to do around the area. Thanks so much for sticking around to the end of the video, guys. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you gained a little bit more value and understanding about what it's like to live in Marlboro, the pros and the cons. If you're looking to move to the Marlboro, New Jersey area, feel free to reach out to me. All my contact information is down below in the comments and description. Whether you're 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or even a year out, it doesn't matter to me. Let's just get you on the right path towards your real estate goals. And if you're just looking to move to a different part of the Central Jersey area, check out the 2 videos popping up here, and hopefully they help you out a little bit too. Have a great day.